Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my name is Glen Chun. I am the host of Glen Chun, the YouTube channel, which is named after me, Glen Chun, which is always something I fear I'm going to trip up whilst saying. Now, today I have a very different type of video for you. There's no video footage of me playing well, yes there is, a bit. Just a tiny bit. But today I'm going to show you the video making process from start to finito on YouTube. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I have been asked by a number of people how I make my videos, basically. You know, what are the steps? How do you go from getting your console on your TV to on your laptop, on the internet, on YouTube? What do you do? What tricks do you do? What editing do you do? You know, what are the steps? How long does it take? These types of questions. So I'm going to show you step by step how to do it. Now, I should say in advance, if the sound doesn't sound very good on this camera, I do apologise. I'm using an experimental microphone which me and my mate are hoping to use on Best Car TV, so this is serving as a dual test and an experiment for that. And there's a bit of hair that's making me look annoying. So yes, we are going to try and test that out as well. Step one, we need to set up the laptop and our recording device for video capture. Now, I hope you don't mind the framing here. I am not going to be using screen capture. I'm just going to show you. I can point to things with my hand this way, which I hope will more effectively demonstrate. So hopefully I can demonstrate a bit more things. So we're going to prep our gameplay now. So what we're going to do is we're going to open the Game Capture HD. It would help if I actually turned on my PlayStation. There we go. So PlayStation's turned on. This is important, that step. Forgot to do it. I'm probably going to hear it fire up on the TV before the Elgato does it. Right, here we go. So I am using an Elgato Game Capture HD software, and this is, hang on, come on at full screen please. I might just zoom you in a bit more on that. Okay, no capture device detected. That is because I haven't put in the USB cable. Bingo, out with that USB. Find the USB for your actual gameplay. Where is it? Let's see, are you the right one? Yes, you are. So we're going to plug in the USB, and you're going to quite quickly see right here I've got an Xbox and a PlayStation connected to it, but it's going to tell me which one is connected first, and then it's also going to pop up on the TV screen once it's detected the signal. There we go. So what we have now is my feed. This is the feed. It is ready to record. As you can see here, I don't know if you can see it, right along here, what we have is our timeline bar. This isn't a tutorial on how to use the Elgato, but basically what you want to make sure is that there's a time frame here, right above my finger, and that is now ticking away. So that means what's happening now is it's essentially recording everything in this stream, which is brilliant. That's what we want it to do. So, for now, because we're playing FIFA, I am going to select FIFA 13, and there we go. So, there we go, that's FIFA 13 typed in there. We want to name the video, so there, FIFA with B-Man and Joker. That's going to be, if I can type Joker, that would help. Now that's going to be the title for the video. So that's the file. It's ready to prep. Let's get on with the gameplay. Step 2, and this is the bit that I have to admit is the most fun. We're going to play our game. I'll do better, right. Okay. Right, so here we go. Let's actually play a game. Right, if
certainly not as fit as they will be come the opening day, the big day, but it is a team that will be looking towards achieving promotion, and as a way of doing that I think it's important that they do knock in a few goals in pre-season, get a bit of confidence going. Chance to do that today, supporting player alongside.
And let's bring up David. Let's try and get him into a dangerous position. I need to try a through ball here. No, it targeted the wrong guy. Oh, I wasn't expecting that, wasn't I? Okay, so this is I'm playing for this series 4-minute halves rather than the 5-minute halves that I was in the previous attempt at this series, just trying to inject some pace into it. Yep. And there's the salmon. So basically, you're not going to see the full gameplay, and I'm going to cut this one off right here. Step 3, we need to record that gameplay. We are now back at the laptop. Now, to capture the footage that we just capped, what we need to do is this. Around here is a slider. Now what I'm going to do, because sometimes the Elgato captures, or sometimes you just get a game that you didn't want to record. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slide this thing around to the start of the match, and I'm going to hit the big red button, and that's that. That's all it takes to capture the footage. And now everything to do with capturing the gameplay is done. The gameplay is now on the laptop and it's ready to be prepped for YouTube. So, step 4, the initial editing. Okay, so now that we have our gameplay, we are ready to do the initial editing, and this is quite simple. This is Vegas, as you can see. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this. We're going to bring in via import. I already have an ending and intro pre-made, so I'm just going to go with one of my newer intros. My laptop's running extremely slowly today for some reason. It probably knew I was making this video, so you're gonna have to bear with me if I can't quite get anything to work smoothly. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, and that's exactly what I was expecting. Things not in alphabetical order, which is where they should be. Here it is, FIFA 13 with B-Man and Joker, bring that in from over here. Now the reason I do that is just because import doesn't reset. So what you're going to do is you're going to drag this to down here. Now this is, initial editing really isn't, nothing complicated about it. So you want to try and find where you're going to make your cutoff point. So I don't know, around here will do. So that cuts off about 1:49 of gameplay. So where's the match starting? Where does the match start? Okay, so let's go from kickoff. Let's bring it in there. Didn't do anything. Right, here we go. So that's where the video is going to start. Brilliant. So then you want to, now assuming your videos overlap, mine does, so I'm gonna come in here, just get that a bit overlap. So here we go, we've got the beginning, we've got the end. Now unfortunately a couple of times during that match I had to pause the game, or at least I know I did pause the game at some points. Let's just find out when I did that so we can get rid of those. And this is basically all the initial editing is. You're prepping your video for your commentary. Step 5. Because you're a gameplay commentator, I assume you're going to want to be doing some commentary. So let's get on with that now. I hope that I can see it properly. That's the only problem. I'm Batman. And I'm the Joker, and today we're redoing a series which we tried a long time ago. Yes, we are, but the problem is that the video, it didn't save. Well, the video saved, but the gameplay did not. That's absolutely right, Bats. It did not save, so we're going to have to redo the whole career. That's the same theory as last time. What we're going to do is show you only one of the friendlies, and then we're going to get on with the crucial stuff. Yes, we are. And there you go, there's Mark Pugh trying to shoot the goal. But that's never going to work. That's from far too far out. Yes, it was, Bats. And now it's back. We have Barnard, who passes it off to Wesley Thomas. And it's back to Wesley Thomas, and he has a shot at goal, and he shoots it. You've got to get that man a hand. If you did, he might be able to make as good use of it as he does with his feet. It's an awesome goal. Yes, it is, and swear to me. That's my celebration line. Step 6. Final editing. These are the finishing touches, the making sure that everything is just fine and that your commentary has indeed worked and is relevant. Okay everybody, so now we have our commentary done. The commentary is all shot. I've got me as Batman and Joker now. So what we're going to do next is final pieces of editing. Now this really isn't going to take very long. On a video like this, I shoot the commentary live, so it's all to time, so I don't have to worry about my commentary being too long or too short for the gameplay. See all here, it's all lined up nicely, got the end and all that done. Now, basically what I'm going to be doing right now is volume editing. So if we bring out this display here, what we have here, I don't know if you can see it properly, this is why I've shot this by the way, so I can shot it this way rather than do a screen capture, so I can point to what I need to do. Here we have master volume switches. Now what you want to be paying attention to is there's a load of numbers right here. To the right, this little grey bar, and to the left of my bar here. Right here we have sort of two green bars with inf on the top, which is infinite volume, and we have a load of numbers. Now what we want to try and do is we want to try and edit our audio so that the peak audio is at -6 there, right about here. This basically means that the audio is going to be nice and loud, and it's also going to not be painful for the people watching at home, so it doesn't blow their speakers out. So I'm just going to play a sample. I'm going to take one of the highest volume points and see if it works.
See what that was? I think that's Mark P with the ball. He shot at a goal. It didn't.
In fact, it's peaking a little bit too much right about there. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop the commentary levels down by 1 decibel, and that should be fine.
Didn't get anywhere. No, it didn't. But now there's a goal kick, and Bournemouth once again has the ball, and it's gone to Lee Barnard. Yes, it has. And now here comes Wesley Thomas.
Yeah, that's now absolutely fine. Now, if you're thinking, hang on a minute, Glenn, this doesn't sound very loud as you're editing it, don't worry. The actual volume you're hearing at when you're editing isn't important, because basically, I've got my computer speakers on. Yeah, okay, well, they're quite high up, but you know, my speakers aren't very loud. You know, they're pretty much. They're on about halfway volume anyway, so you know, I was hearing it at about half the volume that I could do. So basically, if your audience has a couple of big subwoofers for their tunes when they're listening to this video, it will be plenty loud enough if they turn it on full. So now that we've got the commentary at the right level, we want to make sure that we can hear some gameplay, you know, because just hearing the voices...
He shoots it and he scores. Oh yes.
There's no background noises, so if there's any pauses in the actual commentary itself, then it's going to be accentuated by the lack of any gaming noise. So what we want to do is we want to make this commentary a bit louder. So what we do is I've split this thing in half as well, so we're going to have to do it 2 levels. So you're going to have to take a note of what level that you've dragged the commentary this bar to before. So what we're going to do is, with the volume indicator right here, yes, we see we can drag this right here on the volume bar. We're going to drag this to about, let's go for 23.6. So let's see what that sounds like.
As we should explain, we're commentating on Bournemouth's career, and now that is
okay, it's not very loud at all. I can't really hear that. So let's drag it up a bit more to 17.6.
See what that was? I think that's Mark P with the ball. He shot at a goal. It didn't get anywhere. No, it didn't. But now there's...
Yes, I can hear the crowd now, so I'm going to drag up the rest to about the same level, 17.6. And that's all there is to it. That's final editing. Step 7, the most boring bit of the whole thing, rendering. Right, so now we have to render the video. So rendering is very, very, very easy. We've checked it all, it's all fine. And since you've been away, I've gone through it myself and I've checked that everything's fine and it's coherent. So what we're going to do is, for now, we're going to hit render as. And you don't want real-time render because that only renders audio, which is fine if you're creating an audio file, but what you really want is this file right here. It will have basically a little icon next to it, you can't really see it, but I should really do, I'm going to do a screen capture at some point, tutorial on how to use Vegas and how to create a basic video, but you know, for now this is a how-to behind the scenes look, so you can't really get behind the scenes if you're in the scene, if you know what I mean. So here we go, we've got this little option here. It says render as, and it's got a little blue thing with like a pulsy heart wave monitor sign on it. You want to click that. Now at this point I've captured my video in 720p HD. So what we're going to do here is underneath all of this, save. It's got file name, save as type. Save as type is the type of media file, so it's either WMV, AVI. And then you've got template. Now this is important because I'm rendering WMV files because WMV files are the standard for computers. They're quite small files in comparison to stuff like AVI and what have you. And plus they're HD, and plus they're fine. You know that these things are good for computer videos only. If you're going to render something for like a DVD, you'd probably go for something a bit bigger. But right now we want to take a look at the template because there are a lot of templates available to me. There's a lot of them. Now the one I'm rendering on is 4.8 megabits per second HD 720. Now because I captured the video in 720, I need to render in 720 because if I basically capture a video in 720, render it in 1080 or the other way, what's going to happen is Vegas is going to throw a hissy fit and throw the audio completely out of sync. So I'm left with a choice of these 720s, so I can have 4.8, 5 megabits per second or 6 megabits per second. I go for 4.8 just because my laptop hasn't got a very powerful processor, and if I went for anything higher than that it'd just take a whole year to render. So I'm going to go with 4.8 megabits HD set video, and I'm going to call the file FIFA 13 with B-Man and Mr. J. This is important, and also save in, remember this. So I've got it in my videos to go to Vegas. You know, I just called the file to go to Vegas because these are basically raw files that I was capturing at the time, and now they're basically everything. I just put all my videos related to Vegas in here to go to Vegas. So it's being saved in to go to Vegas as FIFA 13 with Batman and Joker. Hit save, and the rendering process begins. Step 8. We now have to select the video to upload on YouTube. Okay, so we have our video rendered, and now here comes the very final part of the whole thing, uploading. So quite simply, you're on your YouTube page, you've signed into your YouTube channel right here, it says your email nowadays, and you're ready to upload. So what you do is you come right here to upload, which is right next to the search bar conveniently, so it's very, very difficult to miss. Pretty much like everything on YouTube, because YouTube is a very simple page, thank God. It used to be simpler, but never mind. Let's just go to select files to upload. Now this is why you want to remember where you saved your video, because, well, sometimes a lot of files appear on the same computer. Anyway, we're going to go to Vegas. Now we need to remember what we called it. FIFA 13 with B-Man and Mr. J. This one, I believe it is. So, it's now uploading. Step 9, fill in the details and wait for YouTube to do its bit. So, let's just call it by its actual title. You know, I call it B-Man and Mr. J because it's shorter. And we're going to call it part 1 because it'll be the first part of the series. So description, you want to describe what's happening. So make it coherent, make it so you don't want to try and tell people exactly what happens so that they don't click on it, so because they already knew what happens, but you want to try and entice them in. So you want to tell them a little bit about what happens, but not completely the whole thing. So no, don't say in this video. Batman and Joker start a new series, something along those lines. Commentating on FIFA 13. So there we go. Tags, pretty simple. You type in your title pretty much. FIFA 13 with Batman and Joker. And of course, once you've typed in every word, separate it with a comma so that you it actually enters it as a tag. That's important, because if you don't do that, then it won't enter as a tag and you'll just be left with one whole tag, which if nobody doesn't search for every single word in that tag, it won't search for your video. So you want to just separate them all. So if somebody searches FIFA 13, they might find this video as well. Whereas if somebody types FIFA 13 with Batman and Joker, they won't find it because, well, without meaning to put too fine a point on it, they haven't actually searched for your video. Anyway, so let's put some sports stars in here. Let's put some Lionel Messi. Shit, didn't separate them with tags. So Lionel Messi, he's quite popular at the moment. Let's put in some Wayne Rooney because he's from Man United. Let's have Cristiano Ronaldo. There you go, that'll do it. And let's add the team that I'm running with, Bournemouth. That's all good, and all changes have been saved. The video, yeah, it's in monetization. Monetization is only something that you really need to. It's only something that you need to do if you're a YouTube partner, because if you're not, then that's not relevant to you. Anyway, that is it. That's all you have to do. The video is now uploading. When it's finished, your video is live, and that's how you make a video. And there you go. These are all of the 9 steps to make a YouTube video. Now, some videos, if you're doing like montages, will have a bit more in one step than others. In fact, montages completely cut out commentary altogether and will just take a lot longer on the editing. But this is basically, at the moment, I'm not doing any montages. I have a montage plan for the future, but I'm not doing any of those right now. So this, at the moment, this is the most interesting type of video I'm making in the production process. And, oh, thank you for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video.